All righty, and turning it back over to you.
Yeah.
All righty, you have control.
Boom. All right, guys. So let me get back to my PowerPoint here. And let me know, Doc, can you see my screen? Can you see my slides?
Yes, I see you.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, everybody. Welcome to How to Build a Thriving Coaching Business. Once again, I am super excited to be here with you to share this information. We're going to invest about 30 minutes together sharing some practical wisdom on what I've learned over the years of building a thriving coaching business. Once again, my name is Dr. Will, and whenever I do a presentation, I just like to give a little snippet about who I am. I think you should know who you're learning from, making sure that that person has the credentials to be able to download to you. So simply, I'm a military veteran turned serial entrepreneur. I currently own 4 companies. I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 8, since I was selling candy out of my backpack at Caldwell Elementary in Compton, California. I love entrepreneurship. I love to support entrepreneurs, and I love seeing them succeed. I've worked with entrepreneurs from all different backgrounds. I have worked with over 78 in over 78 different industries. My clients have earned over $1.6 billion in revenue, and I love jazz music and I love shoes. I'm a sneakerhead. So that's a little bit about me. Now, when it comes to this coaching industry and building out a coaching business, let me be honest with you. In the beginning, I never thought or never imagined that I would have a coaching business. I never thought I would have a coaching business, but as I got more and more into my own businesses and I found success inside my own businesses, what I found was people started reaching out to me, asking me, hey, Dr. Will you coach me? Will you mentor me? And then from there, because so many people started to ask me, I had to put a system around helping individuals. I had to put a system around assisting individuals, and that system ended up becoming the Dr. Will coaching business. And so my coaching business is one of the 4 businesses that I run. It is an actual business, it's an actual LLC. I actually pay taxes on it. So when we talk about building a thriving coaching business, one of the first things I want you to understand is that it is a business. This is not something I do as a hobby, but this is one of my revenue generating businesses. So I treat it as such. It has a marketing plan to it. It has an advertisement plan to it. You see in the corner here, you see our logo, Dr. Will Coaching. Clarity is everything. Inside my logo, I let you know what I focus on. I focus on clarity in my coaching. So my clients, when they come to me, they're coming to me because they want to get some type of clarity on a goal that they're trying to achieve. Maybe they're building a company. Maybe they're getting ready to do something with their company, and they need some coaching, some wisdom, some extra eyes to look at the entity or to look at the deal or something like that. So there's a variety of reasons why someone would hire you to coach them. So with that being said, let's get into today's presentation. So building a thriving coaching business. What is a coaching business? A coaching business is a business that supports individuals in achieving goals. That's simply it. At the root of a coaching business, someone's going to come to you because they want a desired result. And they're having maybe complications, maybe they're running into some hurdles, maybe they're running into some obstacles. And for them, they feel as though they need an outside source to help them achieve that goal. That's where you come in. You come in as a support system. Now, with that being said, you want to figure out what is the number one result you can provide. What is the number one result you can help your clients achieve? When I was building out my speaker business and people were asking me, Dr. Will, how are you so successful? You have a successful speaking business, you have a successful real estate business, you have a successful publishing company. How did you do that? How did you do that? And so what they were wanting to know, or what they wanted to do, was duplicate my success. So when people are coming to you for coaching, they've seen in you a result that they want. They've seen in you a result that they want. Maybe, excuse me, maybe, they see your lifestyle. Maybe they see your lifestyle and they like your lifestyle and they want to be coached on how to achieve that lifestyle. I have clients who come to me and they say, I see what you do with your family. I see how you interact with your family. I would like to create that. I would like to achieve that with my family. Can you coach me? Somebody may see the results that I have in my business. They see that I'm profitable, that I've built businesses from the ground to where I earn millions of dollars in my companies. Maybe they want that result. As I said earlier, maybe it may just be for a particular time that they just want a second set of eyes. They want a second opinion. They want to be able to call somebody, reach out to somebody, to ask questions. Do I turn right? Do I turn left? Do I keep going straight? And so your job as the coach is to support individuals in achieving that goal. So when we think about the coaching business, there are really three major coaching models you can look at. There's one-on-one coaching, where you will work with an individual one-on-one for an extended period of time. Then you have group coaching, where you would work with several different individuals in a group setting, and maybe they're trying to achieve a certain set of goals, or maybe they just want to be around like-minded people, or maybe you have something that you specifically teach, an outcome that you specifically teach that you're going to walk them through. So for instance, I have a group coaching program that's called Self-Mastery, and I take them through the 4 pillars of self-mastery. It's a 1-year coaching program where I take the individuals and we divide the 4 pillars into 3 months. So for every 3 months, we're working with one of the pillars. And so they like the energy of being with the group. They like the energy of having the support of the group. They like the accountability of the coaching group. And then the third coaching model is a mastermind. This is where you more so are a facilitator, whereas the one-on-one coaching and the group coaching, you're kind of driving the conversation. Whereas with a mastermind, you're facilitating. You're the individual that are bringing brilliant minds together, and they're gleaning from each other. So you're not so much the focus of the coaching, you're just a facilitator. So let's look at them and break them down. So when we look at one-on-one coaching, this is reserved for your highest paying clients. And I'll explain that a little bit later on when we talk about pricing and time. But this is going to be reserved for your highest paying client. You want to, this one-on-one coaching, you want to be very selective in who you're working with when it comes to one-on-one coaching. For me personally, when it comes to one-on-one coaching, individuals, they go through a process for me to onboard them. I only want to work, especially in this space, I only want to work with individuals that are doing something exciting, like they're building a business, they want to change the world. Because when I'm coaching at this level, the ideas that I come up with, when someone hires me to coach them one-on-one, they're getting a lot of my time and they're getting a lot of my energy, and they're getting some of my best ideas. So I don't want to for lack of a better term, I don't want to waste my best ideas on individuals that aren't serious and individuals that don't want to make a serious dent or impact in the world. So for me, my one-on-one coaching is reserved for my highest paying clients, because usually these individuals are wanting to achieve, they're not just trying to start a company. These individuals have probably already started a company. They're probably already earning millions of dollars, and they're looking to go to the next level. So as an example, this is directly from my coaching page on my website. My core coaching program is my highest coaching program. You get 50 hours. It's approximately 10 months of coaching, and we do that face to face. The individuals that I coach, they come here to Phoenix, Arizona, and we meet for our monthly meetup. And then we have our Pinnacle coaching. That's a bi-monthly coaching agreement. That's $48K. That's 24 hours of coaching. That's about 4 hours per month for 6 hours. That's also done face to face. Once again, at this level, guys, when we're talking about one-on-one coaching, the price point is going to be high, but the experience is going to be high as well. Once again, at this level, you're inviting people into your world. This is not a Zoom or anything like that. This is people coming into your world, coming into your space. So this is not traditional. This is not traditional 30-minute, 45-minute coaching. This type of coaching takes on different types of form based upon each client, what they like to do. Like, so for instance, I have some clients who like to golf. And so their coaching time may be us on the golf course and us talking on the golf course and going through things and working through things on the golf course. I had one client, he was into movies and things like that. So I look to create experiences that they're going to enjoy. So for that client, because he was into movies, we ended up flying out to California during his time. We flew out to California and we went to a Hollywood studio, and I was able to arrange a tour for him to go through this Hollywood studio. We were able to literally look at Academy Awards, pick them up and go to studios, see how a movie is made and all that type of stuff. And he really enjoyed that experience. Then we have our clarity accountability results, what we call our car agreement. That's for $25K, and that's for 10 hours, and that's typically 5 2-hour sessions with me. Now that one is done phone or video. And then we have a strategy agreement, a 2-hour session for 10K. So once again, this is not for everybody. This is not reserved for everybody. This is for your upper tier clientele. Then you have your group coaching model. This is going to be a smaller price point, and it's usually anywhere between 5 to 20 people. As I said, I have the 4 pillars of mastery, the self-mastery coaching group, and we try to keep it right at about 20 people. And that one is a year-long coaching. We meet once a month, so 12 times out the year, and then in between there, they have projects that they need to do. They have assignments that they need to fix and complete. So that's the group coaching model. Here's one of another coaching group coaching that I put together. Is the Speaker Business Accelerator program that we're launching as well. Once again, this is going to be limited to only 20 people per year. Once it gets a little bit bigger than that, it gets kind of hard to manage and to keep people focused, and you got to make an account for everybody who starts is not always going to finish. So you want to make a note of that, just knowing that everybody that starts out in the group for whatever reason is not always going to finish the group out. So you kind of want to not make it too big, so you won't have to be dealing with all those different types of issues. And then the third model, as we talked about, is the mastermind coaching model. This is a mid to high price range. Usually you have 5 to 100 people. And the reason why you can do this one with a larger number, usually you may have quarterly events, and all 100 people will not show up to the quarterly event. So you may have 30 to 40 people that come to each quarterly event, but they still want to have access to the group. They still want to have access to the information. So these are the three major coaching business models you want to kind of consider. So you have your one-on-one, you have your group coaching, and then you have your mastermind. Whereas once again, as the mastermind, you're more so facilitating. Napoleon Hill, in his book, Think and Grow Rich, he named the mastermind as one of the key principles to building wealth. I would suggest, even if you're not running your own mastermind, to be a part of a mastermind. At any given time, I'm running 3 to 4 masterminds, and I'm a part of 3 to 4 masterminds, and they're just amazing collectives to be a part of. Here we have another one that we're getting ready to launch. It's called the Millionaire Speaker Mastermind. Once again, this is going to be for high level speakers. That's who I work with. I work with speakers, authors, consultants, and leaders that want to make an impact. And so this mastermind is going to be for high level, those that have already achieved a certain amount of success in their speaker business, but now they want to interact with other high level speakers, and they want to take their speaking business to the next level. So that's that program that we specifically offer. So as you can see, I have a model, for each of these coaching businesses. So which model is best? Which model is best? As you just saw, I am involved in each of them. Now, starting off, you may just want to select one starting off. Get that running, get that up and running, get your processes in place, get your system in place. So you may start off with saying, you know what, I'm going to start off with one-on-one coaching, and I'm going to work with maybe 5 individuals. I'm going to work with 5 individuals this year, and I'm going to get this model together. Or you may say, I'm going to do a group coaching, and I'm going to work with 10 to 20 people, 15 people this year. I'm going to put a group coaching program together. Once again, a lot of your coaching is going to be birthed out of what people are asking you. What is the market asking you, right? What are they asking? 10 years ago, once again, I would have never thought I would have coaching businesses because nobody was asking me my opinion, right? But the more people start asking you your opinion about things, you'll start to see that your time, and we'll talk about time just in a moment, you'll start to see your time becomes more precious to you. So you have to protect your time, but you still want to serve. So how can I serve? I still want to serve people, but I still want to protect my time as well. And so the group coaching model works well because you can now impact those 20 people, but it's the same amount of time, right? So the hour or the hour and a half that I'm coaching with them, instead of 20 plus hours trying to coach them individually, I can coach them all in that same hour. So in that same hour, I'm making a greater impact, right? I'm making a greater impact. Once again, your time one-on-one coaching, you want to reserve that for people that, are doing some real special projects and things like that. So for me, when it comes to which model is best, no model is better than the other. You have to look at your own life, look at your own time, look at what you're willing to give as it relates to a coach, and then you make your own decisions based upon that. It may change. You may start off with the mastermind model and find out that, you know what, I really don't like that model. I'm just going to stick to group coaching. You may say, you know what, I really don't like group coaching. I'm just going to stick to coaching individuals. And then you go from there. So there really is no best answer for which model is best. It's just what's best for you. Now, when you're considering any kind of coaching program, whether it's the one-on-one, whether it's the group coaching, whether it's the mastermind, you want to do your research. What does the market want? And so here is an example. I literally reached out to maybe 25 of my colleagues and friends when I was thinking about putting a mastermind together. And I specifically just asked them, what are a few things you look for in a mastermind where the investment is 25K? So I was putting together a 25K mastermind, and I wanted to get the feedback. I knew what I wanted to offer, but I wanted to know, is that what the market wanted? So many entrepreneurs, when they go to deliver to the market, they don't do research. They just say, you know what, I think this is what the market needs. And then they try to convince people to buy it. When you find out what the market already wants, then you don't have to convince them because they already want it. So I went and I interviewed or asked this question to about 25 of my entrepreneur friends, and I asked them. And so then you want to listen to what they say, take that feedback. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Take that feedback and then go build out what they say they wanted. So for this particular individual, he wanted who's involved. Who are the other people I'm going to be investing time with in this mastermind? And then what is the promised value? What is the result? We talked about that, right? What is the result? If I invest this 25K, what am I getting? What's the return on investment? Then he wanted to know, what does it give me access to? Number 4 was important to him. Do I trust whoever is leading it? So you as an individual, what's your credibility in the marketplace? How does the market see you? Not how you see yourself. I know you're great. I know you're wonderful. I know you're the best thing since sliced bread, but does the market agree with that? Does the market agree with that? Because we're talking about that trust factor, right? For 25K, someone's going to transfer 25K to you. Do they trust you? Are you going to run off with their money? Are you going to deliver what you said you can deliver? So do they trust you? And then can I see real money value long-term? So then I asked the follow-up question, what would be your expected ROI on that investment? Generally 10 to 20 times. So someone says they want to make 10 times their investment. Being a part of this mastermind, he says at the minimum, it should net him $250,000. So now that comes back to me. If I'm putting this mastermind together and I'm looking at the individuals that I'm inviting to this mastermind, for each of these individuals, if they're in this room, I can't legally promise this, but can I ethically inside of myself believe that being a part of this mastermind, being a part of this group, that at the minimum, that because you're a part of this group, whether it's a JV project, whether it's an idea you get, whether it's we are helping you correct something in your business, maybe it's some services that we provide inside the mastermind that helps you in your current businesses. But do I believe that that 25 can turn into 250K? Do I believe that? So, or he says better all in, meaning the fee, travel fees, and my time, opportunity costs. They're not looking for overnight success. People at this level, they're not looking for a miracle. They're just looking for results. They're not looking for miracles. They're just looking for results. Here's another here's another buddy I reached out to, and he did a video, and I want you guys to watch this.
Hey, Will, David here. Got your email question. I thought I'd just send you back a video because it's easier for me to talk than to type, although I'm pretty fast with my fingers. What do I look for in a $25,000 mastermind? Well, I have to look for what's unique or different about that particular mastermind that I'm looking at that from what I'm already doing. As we both talked about, we're both busy, we both stay connected. We are both part of different groups. Different groups serve different purposes for us in terms of what we can contribute. So what can I bring to that group? What do I feel like I can do there? But also I don't want to be a top cheerleader in a particular group unless that's my desire. Usually I want to be in a group where I'm going to also get a diversity of member participation. I love diversity. I love to be a part of groups that have different types of business owners and people, because that's really strengthened that. So who's in the group, right? So and who's the facilitator? Who is that person? How well are they connected? What are their core values? How do they lead? Are they faith-based? Are they servant first-based, or is it all about the money, money, money? I've been in groups, as I know you've probably been a part of, where it's all about the money, 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 and there's really not much discussion about real life and what makes things work. While those kind of people can be very smart and I can certainly get things out of it, I don't want to be around on a regular basis, on a full-time basis, in rooms with people for 2 or 3 days where that's their whole drive and there's no discussion about anything else about life. So that's what I look for there. And of course, personally, I have to say, well, how much time do I have left in my time suitcase? Meaning, it's easy to fill up the suitcase, right, with all kinds of stuff that we feel like are important for us to do, things we like to do, groups we want to be a part of. So usually before I consider another group, I have to find something in that time suitcase. I got to pull it out and say, you know what, this has been good, whatever it is, but I'm willing to make the trade. It's got to be a trade. I can't just add more in that suitcase because I get in trouble with myself and other people that count on me. I've got to take something out of time to the suitcase that I feel like it's been good. It actually is good, but this over here, I think it's going to be a good trade for me now. So that's really it. What the format of their meetings is important too, and I like to mix it up. Is there and how much of a connector is the facilitator? They really try to keep an energy level and a connectivity and move things around and have different types of formats. So that's something. I was just considering a group actually today, so it's kind of a pot on my mind that I actually decided to join, and I'm taking something out that I did this year, which was good. But I don't think it's a place for me to stay long term. In other words, it's kind of run its course for me, got what I needed out of it, and now I'm going on to the next thing. So hope that helps. Stay in touch. Let's continue to collaborate. Love the fact that we got together last week out in Scottsdale.
So as you can see, just by doing research, I was able to get a consensus on what mastermind members are looking for. And so you heard it repeatedly: who's involved, what's the return on investment, who is the individual that is conducting the mastermind. And so from that, and I'm just sharing with you what I did, I took this information and I was able now to create this mastermind experience that I invited 20 individuals to at $25K. It's about $500,000 for the whole experience. We budgeted about $10,000 to $15,000, $10,000 to $15,000. So per meeting. So that came out to about $180K that we were going to reinvest in the mastermind experience, the hotel costs, the food and everything, for when all these 20 people came together once a quarter. We're doing it this year, 2022. So because I did my market research, when I went back to these individuals, it was easy for them to say yes, because I created what they already wanted. So number one, did they trust the person that was hosting it? I'm hosting it. I know they trust me. Because I only invited high-level people, my first thing was to get 2 to 3 significant people to say yes. Once I got 2 to 3 significant people to say yes, I was now able to leverage them for the other people. So now I was able to tell the other 17 people, such and such is already committed, they'll be a part of the mastermind. Such and such is committed, they're a part of the mastermind. Such and such is committed, they're part of the mastermind. You want to be a part of this mastermind. And so I leveraged those first 3 people who signed up to get the other 17. So now, who's running it? Boom, it's me running it, they trust me. Who are the people involved? I got the right people involved. What was the return on investment? They realized that being in this room, being able to interact with these high power individuals, they were going to be able to 10 times and 20 times their money. They knew the deals that were going to happen in that room. They know the deals that are going to come out of this room. It's going to be a easy sale. I did the same thing when I built out a one-on-one coaching program. I built out a 100K coaching program. I did the same exact thing. I did market research. What does it look like? 100K coaching program. What are you looking for? What is the return on that? We offered that last year. My goal was, and it was a part of another challenge I was a part of. My goal was to get 10 people to sign up for a 100K coaching program. We got 8 people to sign up. So that was fairly good at 80% closing ratio. So even right then, between 2 of these coaching styles and models, you can see how lucrative it can be. And so do your market research. What does the market want? The people that are in your sphere, what are they asking you for? Or what are the problems that you're constantly hearing your ideal clients talk about? That's how you format your coaching programs around their problems. Can you solve their problems? So let's talk time versus money. That's where you really begin to look at these models and you ask yourself, if it doesn't make dollars, then it doesn't make sense. For me personally, my time is the most valuable, one of the most valuable assets that I have. My time, my mind, and my health. My time, my mind, and my health are my most valuable assets. So you got to protect them at all costs. So I don't let people get into my sphere that's going to stress me out and all that kind of stuff. But I got to protect my mind. I got to protect my health. So I got to eat right. I have to work out, got to do all that type of stuff. And then my time, you can't get it back. You cannot get it back. I know people say time equals money. That's not true. That's not true at all. I can get money back. I spend money all the time because I know I can get it back. I spend money all the time. I'm not worried about spending money because I can get money back. I know how to earn money to get money back. I cannot get more time. This hour that you're investing with us, you're not going to be able to get it back. So I got to make sure it's value added to you, right? Yesterday was yesterday. I can't get yesterday back. I can't get it back. It's gone forever. I'll never see yesterday again. It's gone forever. So for me, in my coaching business, time is very important to me. So that's why we go back when I say my one-on-one coaching. I don't do a lot of one-on-one coaching because that's not how I want to invest my time. So yearly, I work with anywhere between 10 to 12 individuals at that level, at that highest coaching level. Collectively, I take on with all of our coaching programs, the one-on-one coaching programs, I take on about 25 clients altogether. In between those coaching programs, I take on about 25 yearly clients in those coaching programs. For the group masterminds, for the group coaching, I do anywhere between 3 to 4 group coaching programs a year. And then for the mastermind, I run anywhere between 2 to 3 masterminds a year. So I really try to protect my time in that. I don't try to saturate my time with a lot of work. I'm not trying to do a lot of work. I'm trying to do high value work for a lot of money, right? So I want you to think about that. High value work for a lot of money. High value work for a lot of money. So you want to protect your time. So for instance, if you start doing a lot of one-on-one coaching, let's say, I've seen people do this, run their one-on-one coaching practice up to 120 people, right? So if you're coaching 120 people, and let's say, that's divided by 30 days out the month, that's you're probably seeing 4 people a day. You would have to coach 4 people a day. That's about 4 hours. So you got to ask yourself, for me, I have an 8-hour working day, for me personally, I don't want to invest 50% of that time doing coaching. I like to create. So that's my magic space. My magic space is creating. So my genius is creating. So that's where I try to invest most of my time, not in coaching. Coaching is just one of my businesses, not all of my businesses. So if I gave, if coaching is just one of your businesses and not your full-time. Now, if coaching is going to be your full-time business, then maybe you want to do that model, and maybe that model works for you. But once again, it's no best model, it's what works for you. For me personally, that doesn't work for me. I don't want to use 50%. I don't want to invest 50% of my time, my working time, on coaching. So I had to figure out what works for me. So remember, time doesn't equal money. It's not the same. It's not the same. You can get more money, you can't get more time. So, proceed with caution in how you build out your coaching business, that it doesn't suck up all your time. What makes a great coach? What makes a great coach? Coaching is all based upon results. What is that result that you can create for your ideal client? What is the result? That's what's going to make you a great coach. You have to have the mindset that you're the best coach. And when I say the best coach, I mean you're the best coach for your clients, because coaching and best is all relative, right? It's all an opinion. So who's the best speaker, coach, or whatever, that's all an opinion. What you want to make sure, for those that entrust you as hiring you as their coach, you want to make sure you're the best coach for them. So when I talk about I'm the best coach, I'm not talking about I'm better than anybody else. I'm talking about I'm the best for my clients. And they feel as though I'm the best. That's why they chose me. And so I'm not in a race trying to compete against anyone else. I'm trying to compete against myself in bettering myself. That's what makes you a great coach. What makes you a great coach is that you're all in on providing your clients with the best opportunities, with the best strategies, with the best solutions, and with the best outcomes. That's what makes you a great coach. And so don't worry about what anybody else is doing in their business. Worry about how you can better yourself for your clients. And that's all I concentrate on. So let's talk numbers. Everybody always wants to talk numbers, right? So I'm going to keep it, I like to keep it real basic. I'm not, the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure coach guy. I like to just keep it basic. So if you're just starting out building your coaching business, here's, I think, is a great model and a great target to reach for. So at the minimum, you should earn at least $30,000. That's one group coaching program with 15 people paying you $2,000. You can do that. So if you look at what is your best skill, mine is helping my clients with clarity. If you can do that very well in an efficient way, what's the skill that you can do? What's the skill that you have that provides a clear result for your ideal client? And if you got 15 of them to give you $2,000, that's $30,000. If you did this 90-day coaching program, a 90-day coaching program with 15 people at $2K, and you did it 4 times a year, what is that? 30, 60, 90 of 120. So you have a 6-figure coaching business, and that's just doing 4 group coaching programs a year, once a quarter, 15 people. And you can just mess around with those numbers. You can do $1,000 for those 15 people. That's 15,000, right? That's 15,000, 30,000, 45,000, 60,000. 60,000. That's a great coaching business. That's 60 extra $1,000 that you add on to an existing business. I think that's phenomenal. And so as you grow, your coaching will grow because your experiences will grow, your expertise will grow. And as your expertise grow and as you begin to get more results, here's another thing. You may use the group coaching just to get the testimonials, right? Just to get the testimonials about your result. So you do a test inside your coaching group. Let's see if you can get the result. Now, how many out of these 15 people are getting the result? Let's just say 9 of them get the result that you said they should get. 9 of them. Now you have 9 testimonials. Now you take those 9 testimonials, post them on your website. Now you have people singing your praises. Hey, I worked with Dr. XYZ or sister XYZ, and this is the result I got. Boom, boom, boom. You have 9 people saying that. So now you may have another person who says, well, I really don't want to be in a group coaching program. I want to be on a one-on-one. I want you just one-on-one. Now you can take that same 1,000 or same 2,000 and say, okay, well, I'm going to charge you, $5,000, $10,000 for a coaching session. So there's so many multiple different ways that you can play it. From the group coaching people, they say, you know what? I love that group coaching experience, but I want more. I want a little bit more. I want a deeper, richer experience. Then that's how you build out your mastermind. So you say, hey, for our masterminds, we like to travel. I have a mastermind that I call Business on the Beach. And so we go to different places. We've been to Mexico, we've been to St. Martin, we've been to San Diego, and we go do business on the beach, and then we go having an amazing time. And so you really get to take, what I really love about coaching, you really get to shape it any type of way you want. It's your coaching business. That's the freedom that you have, right? Like I coach from my house, I coach from Phoenix, I coach from the beach. I get to build it the way that I want to build it. So at the minimum, guys, you should earn, $30K. If you got 15 people paying you, once again, $2,000, that's $30K. Now, if you're struggling to get people to pay you $2,000, then that comes back to the perception the market has on you. So you may have one perception of you, but the market may say, hey, I don't think that guy can get me the result. I don't think she can get me the result. So now we would have to go back and look at your marketing and look at, what you're doing and how you're presenting yourself, because all of this is based on perception. People are going to connect with you based on perception. It's what they think about you. People don't know you. People, you're watching us right now. You don't know me. You're just going off of perception. But if you go check out my Instagram, check out my Facebook, and then you can, okay, who is this Dr. Will guy? Okay, boom, he's doing some things that I think I want to do. Okay, he has a proof of concept. It looks like he's really living out that life. Okay, boom, I see these testimonials. There's other people singing his praises. That's what's going to make people resonate with me, connect with me, and want to hire me. And the same is going to be true for you. So with that being said, we want to open up. Sean, I don't know if you have some specific questions that your community would want to know about, or if you have some questions. If I didn't lasso something, just let me know, man.
Man, Dr. Will, thank you so much, man. That was you unpacked a lot of information and over-delivered as expected. And it just kind of reminds me of the story of the mechanic that fixed the machine, charged $1,000, and the manager was like, "Man, $1,000 for the service call." And he's like, "No, it was $1 for the service call, but $999 to know where to hit." And you definitely knew and know where to hit, and we greatly appreciate that. I did have just a couple questions as it related to that new person who decides, hey, look, I want to be a coach, but I don't know what my subject matter is. How would that person kind of hone in on their skill set?
Awesome question. So once again, very quickly, just go back over, take out a sheet of paper and look at your own life, look at your own business, and what is the best result you produce for yourself? Like, all of us are not experts in everything, right? I don't do everything perfectly. I have some things that I really do well, but then some things that I don't do well. But I took out a sheet of paper, and that's how I landed on clarity. Like, I'm very good at that. I can sit down and say, okay, I'm here at A and I want to get to Z. I'm crystal clear that I want to get to Z, where most people, I think I want to get to U, I think I want to get to V, I think I want to get to T, I think I want to get to D. You got to sit down and you got to get crystal clear. So look at your results for yourself and say, you know what? I'm really good at focusing. When other people get distracted, I'm really good at focusing. So another word for focus, you may say accountability, where someone else is not good with focusing. Your coaching is going to hone them in on accountability, where you say, okay, you say you want to get from A to Z, but I keep seeing you stop over at E and keep stopping over at G. I'm going to be your accountability coach. So it wouldn't necessarily be marketed as a focus coach, but it would be marketed as an accountability coach. You help people stick to their guns and stick to getting their result. So that's how I would look at it. I would say, look at the result that you best do for yourself and then offer that.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for that. One other quick question. I want to be very mindful of the time. From a high aerial view, could you kind of give us an example of onboarding a new client? How does that look?
Yeah, so once again, for me, remember when you start talking about coaching, you're talking about people really coming into your personal space, right? You're going to be giving up your personal time, your personal space. This is totally different than, you know, giving a YouTube video, giving a Facebook Live. This is now you're on the phone with people. They're in your space. So you got to ask yourself, who do I really want in my space? You know, the video I showed with my friend, Dr. David, he talked about what was the person's values. For him, what was important is, do they have Christian values or whatever that may be for you? You kind of want to have clients that mirror your character, mirror your integrity. For me, I work with people from all different backgrounds. I just want you to be a person of character and integrity. So for instance, just to be transparent, I'm a Christian, but I have clients that are atheists. It doesn't bother me that they're atheists. I just want them to be genuinely atheists. So when you stump your toe, I don't want to hear you say, oh my God. Don't say, oh my God, because you don't believe in God. Say something else, say, oh, cheeseburger, but be authentic to who you are. And because I don't judge them on that and they don't judge me on me, we're trying to go after a result, right? We're trying to go after results. So if this atheist hired me to help him grow his business or help her grow her business, that's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on whether you believe God or not. That's between you and, you know, the end of the day. So when we're onboarding, I want to onboard people that I genuinely want to be around, Literally in my contract, I have, if you cause stress or you become a disruption, I will fire you and you will not get your money back, because once again, I'm protecting my mindset, my health, and, you know, my spiritual being. So when you're onboarding these clients, it's not always about the money. I've turned people away that was willing to pay me $100K, $48,000, because I just knew it wasn't going to be a great fit. Like they were going to be drama, they were going to be excuse driven and things like that. So in that initial conversation of you onboarding, you should have a list of questions that you're asking that are very important to you. You know, how are you about your family? How are you about this? I'm a family person. So if this person is still in a space in their life where they like to party a lot and things like that, we're probably not going to be a great fit. You know, the experiences, you know, if they come and they say, oh man, when I come out to Phoenix, can you take me to the strip club? But that's not what Dr. Will is doing. So we're not going to be a great fit. You know, I've had a couple of athletes that wanted to work with me, but that's the space that they were in. I'm like, man, that's not the space I'm in. I'm golfing, you know, I'm doing family type stuff. So I think that's very important for you to kind of mirror, you know, yourself in your coaching. They don't have to be exactly like you, but that value and that character and that integrity, I think, has to be very, very in line.
Got it. Well, thank you so much, sir. You have been a tremendous value add to our community here at Generational Wealth Academy. Could you share with everyone how to get in touch with you, what you have coming up next? I know we have Give Me the Mic coming up here pretty soon. Please share that information.
Yeah, so I would love to connect with you. I'm simple across all social media. It's at Dr. Will Speaks, DrWillSpeaks, Dr. Will Speaks, on Instagram, Twitter, anywhere, TikTok, anywhere, Dr. Will Speaks, Facebook, Dr. Will Speaks. We have a Facebook community called Genius Nation, where we talk about personal development. So if you want to connect there, if you're a speaker, author, consultant, a leader who's looking to amplify your voice and build a thriving speaker business, we have Genius Speakers Academy. We just have a brand new certification program. So just go to drwillspeaks.com, click on the Academy. We would love for you to be a part of the family. And once again, Sean, appreciate you, man. Everything that you're doing in this space to empower people. Thank you for inviting me to your community, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Will. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.